Hi guys. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a reading today for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements from February 14th to February 20th. Okay, so bear with me with the setup we got going on. This is the best I could do with the limited resources I have. So if I accidentally put cards the wrong direction, I'm sorry. I'll let you know what each card is though, and like which placement they're supposed to be in. So my bad if I forget. I'll try my best not to. And sorry about the backdrop again. I am not an artist. I'm a tarot reader, so this is the best we could get with the limited resources that we have. So I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so today we started off with the theme card. I shuffled these off camera to pick them to save some time. We have the theme card for the rest of this week, February 14th to the 20th. We have the energy to keep for the rest of this week, like within yourself, and the advice from Spirit. So what I saw right away from these, I'll just read the cards out loud because I'm sure they're hard to read from a distance. We have Star Brothers, which is Orus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Sorry, hopefully this comes into focus. And the dog, we have be disciplined in your home and community life. And bring love into the situation, which is new moon in Aquarius, which I thought was super appropriate because there was just a new moon in Aquarius, and this is for Aquarius people. So the first thing I saw right away was family, friends, and people in your soul tribe need to be extremely important to you right now. We may have been lacking in giving them attention or spending a lot of time with the people that we know are the closest to us and mean the most to us. So Spirit's asking us right now to make sure we remind the people in our lives that we love them and that we're there for them as well, as much as they're there for us. Because as Aquariuses, I think that we tend to forget, or it slips our mind sometimes to remind people that we love them because A, we feel like they already know, and B, it's kind of hard to express that emotion over and over again. It makes us uncomfortable. But Spirit's telling us, I mean, you have to appreciate the people in your life and the people that are there for you. Because right now is a time of finding your soul tribe and surrounding yourself with people that are here to help you grow and are here to help fulfill your mission on this earth. And if you do have people like that around you right now, the best thing to do is just to appreciate them and spend time with them and not seclude yourself so much from the outside world. And this is going to be, I feel like, a hard theme for us because right now with all the planets in Aquarius, we may feel the need to spend more time with ourselves. But with Aquarius ruling 11th house, we may also want to spend more time with our friends, and that is the theme. So yeah. Okay, so now we're going to get into the Celtic Cross spread. I'm just going to do a little general overview for you guys for this week. I'm going to be using my Archangel Oracle deck. So the first card that popped out was the Knight of Cups in reverse, sorry. And the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Subconscious being the Knight of Wands. In the past. We have the Lovers, okay. And this is your conscious hopes and desires. For the present, we have the Emperor. Okay, and then what is coming in the near future for Aquarius placements? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and yeah, Justice. Okay, bottom of the deck we got Ten of Pentacles as well. Put that there. Alright, so Aquarius, like, what's going on with you guys? So, with the Knight of Pentacles, sorry, the Knight of Cups in reverse with the Eight of Pentacles crossing it, I feel like you're having a really hard time bringing love into the situation because you're very focused on your career and building your craft and building your skills. And the reason for this being, I feel like you have this very strong desire right now to persevere through all the hardships. I'm going to be pulling a card for the Knight of Wands, by the way. Yes, okay. So with the Nine of Pentacles as well, I feel like we are coming into ourselves much more when it comes to independence. We are not giving up on our goals and dreams. We want to be financially independent or not dependent on another person in any way whatsoever. And this comes from the Magician reversed as well. Because something may not have come into fruition as fast as we would like it to. So right now we're in a mode of don't give up, keep going strong. I don't have time to waste on anybody else. I have to make my dreams happen. So I'm working very hard on them. Like, you could be stressing yourself out doing this because I see that there's this need for control of your life and situations in general. Gonna get a clarifier for the lovers. In the past, we have the Son of Cups in reverse, so the Knight of Cups in reverse again. So there may be somebody in your life who, maybe this person is showing you tough love in general. It could be a relationship, it could be somebody you really care about, it could be your family, friends, or soul tribe. Maybe these people are, they either are demanding love from the Aquarius or love is not being given the way the Aquarius needs. So this may be motivating you guys to actually get stuff done yourself, and that's why there's no time for feelings and no time for spending time with anyone else, because this person proved to you with a lack of passion or lack of romance in general, or lack of creativity, you know, bringing anything to the table for you. There's not that there. So I feel like you've just decided to take matters into your own hands, and you've realized now that people kind of hold you back, or you think that people hold you back because of the way this one person has been making you feel. Now, when it comes to the Emperor on top, there's definitely, I feel like, a control issue between you and this person, or between you and your own life in general. I feel like you definitely feel like you need to take your life back. That's for sure. Or there's been some type of secret revealed when it comes to an authority figure in your life. Or when it comes to being an authority figure, you may have realized some important information that you may not have been aware of in the past. That's kind of bringing you to this point where you're like, hey, I do want to be in control of my life. I can't just sit back and passively let all these things pass me by. And that's probably exactly where this Nine of Wands energy is coming from, as well as the Nine of Pentacles. It's like, I want to have my own bag. I want to be my own boss. Yes, the Star. I feel like you guys are coming into your life purpose, and it may have taken this person to show you that there is more out there for you than either them or the attention that they're giving to you. If that makes sense. Or the lack of attention they're giving to you, I guess. Because it is out there for you guys. It is going to come, but you're going to have to cut a few people in order to get there. And this Lovers card is pointing out, I think, that there is people out there who don't have your best interest at heart. They don't. They may think they do, but they don't. Okay, so can I get a clarifier for the Justice card in the future? Okay, we got the Father of Swords. I think you guys are going to end up speaking up and speaking your truth and getting what's right and what is truly yours. Whether it be from this person or this character or this situation right here, or it'll just be in general. You may just be like, okay, I guess I do not need any assistance. You'll come more into yourself, but I do recommend strongly to try and flip this Knight of Cups back up again and try not to let your work overstress you, and don't ever think that that's all there is to life, because there is much more to life, even if this person is making it a little bit more difficult than it needs to be, or making the situation a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. The choice. Maybe there was a couple people, or you lost feelings for someone, finally, that was a lover to you. So now instead of looking for it, you're working. That could be it as well. Alright, so now I'm going to do a romance spread, and this is going to be like my original take on it, I guess. Not super original, because do he said, she said spreads all the time, but this is going to be my version of it, I guess. So, we're going to get a theme for the Aquarius people for their love life from Starseed Oracle. One of my favorite decks of all time, just saying. Okay, can I get a card for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus theme for their love life? Okay, we got Earth Pulsing, which is power, pulse of the mother, slow down, time and nature. Okay, and now I'll be pulling 2 cards from the Archangel Animal deck. One will be you, and one will be the other person. You can pick which most resonates with you and which most resonates with them. That is not up to me to decide. I will just read for each person. So we got the Rat for person 1. Be true to yourself and the universe will reward you. And it's Archangel Gabriel and Zadkiel. I'm sorry if I butcher the names. Okay. Be true to yourself and the universe will reward you. Alright, and can I get the other person in this dynamic? Okay, we have the Dog. Be disciplined in your home and community life. That's exactly the card we got for your theme. So this may just be you. Who knows, though? This could transpire totally different than what we are expecting. Let me see if I can balance that on here. I'm not sure if I can. Nope, okay. Okay, so now I'm going to be pulling 3 cards for the Rat, 3 cards for the Dog. That's how I'm going to talk about these people right now, just so we don't get things confused. So I'm not saying you or them or whatever, so I get less confused. And you get less confused trying to read this from your own perspective. So I'm going to get 3 cards for what's going on in each person's life at the present moment from this deck, the Wild Unknown Tarot. I'm going to pull for the Rat first. So what is the Rat going through in life right now? We have the 7 Pentacles reversed. Is the Rat tired of waiting? We have the 7 of Cups. Seven of Cups and the Devil. Okay. So the first thing I get for the Rat is I feel like the Rat is going through a period where they're extremely impatient with themselves or the world around them, because there's a lot of toxicity in their life and their decision making is very stunted when it comes to what to do next. I feel like the rat either has a lot of bad habits that are controlling the way they see things right now. It could be drinking, it could be drugs, but it also just could be a really toxic thinking pattern. I feel like there's something the rat's been waiting on. It could be you, or it could be the dog, sorry. I mean, there's Page of Cups for the middle. So, could be you, could be the dog. I think they're waiting on some type of romantic love offer. Or somebody to approach somebody. This is the mutual energy, by the way. The first 3 cards are how they're feeling themselves. The 4th card on this side is how they're approaching the other person, or what they want from the other person, whatever. And so this is the mutual energy between the two. Like, this is what they're bringing to you. And they also kind of, like, the dog will be able to sense this, and the dog will see this side of this person. They may not see this, but they'll see this. So the rat, since the rat is very, I feel like the rat isn't in the best place in their life right now. I think that since they've decided, I feel like right now, instead of planting seeds and waiting, they have decided that they want their cut of the profit right now. They want their satisfaction immediately. They want it to be instantly gratified. And I feel like this could come from a toxic thought pattern or a way of being that makes you think instant gratification is the best thing, or without it, it's not gonna happen. Okay, so can I get 3 cards for the dog and how the dog is feeling right now at this present moment and what they're doing? Okay, so we got the Ace of Cups. We have Death. And that was too many, so I will keep going. 1 more card, please. I mean, we got 2, but we'll put them both. We have the 2 of Cups and 2 of Pentacles. I feel like they kind of, it makes sense. All right. So I feel like the dog has found a new love for life, or is either the dog has realized they're feeling, one second. Let me get the energy they're bringing to the rat, and this will tell me. Ooh, so I feel like the dog may have realized something about the rat recently that they're not super thrilled with, that makes them very nervous. Or the dog could have a lot of hidden feelings about the rat that they really have no idea how to express, because I think the rat makes them nervous. But they do have a lot of love for the rat, but there's something that needs to change, either in the dog's life or when it comes to the rat being in the dog's life. There is an ending that has to take place either in behavior, and I think they know that. The dog may be aware of the rat's toxic tendencies, and while the dog still loves the rat, even though they may have too much going on, I think that that's what this is. It's like they want to build the connection, but they have a lot going on in the first place. I think that's why these two came together, is because it's not even a solid opinion one way or the other. It's always back and forth between I'm busy and I love them and I wish that I want things to work out between us. But something needs to change. And the way that the dog approaches the rat is totally different. The rat may be disillusioned to this toxic cycle that they are going through, or these toxic behaviors, and is coming to the dog thinking that everything's fine and thinking that the dog loves them. And the dog does love them, but the dog knows that there are things that need to be changed, or whatever this person over here, the rat, is doing makes them nervous or anxious and they don't agree with it. So the dog is kind of keeping their distance, or is very nervous when it comes to interacting with the rat. I also see two could have broken up, and this person is coming back even though they haven't healed or fixed themselves, and thinking that they have more to bring to the table than they really do. And I'm sorry if you're the rat, but I just see a lot of like foggy mindedness right here, and a lot of toxicity, bad habits, things that need to be changed that you may not be changing right at this moment, or the rat may not be changing right at this moment. Okay, so for the next row, I am going to do the challenge for each party and the challenge between each other. The challenge could have something to do with the other person, and the challenge could be personal. Take it how it resonates, but the two cards in the middle is how the challenge is presented to each opposing party. Alright, so the rat. Can we get a couple cards for the rat? There's too many cards for the rat. There's like 5. I only want like 3 max. This one I didn't want to go back in, so we'll use it. This is the 6 of Wands. And the 2 of Wands. And the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. So I feel like right now the rat is challenged when it comes to how they view themselves and how they view other people. I feel like the rat may look at themselves in a very high light. Like they may see themselves as a very successful person, or as somebody who has a lot of options and that are too good for the things around them. The rat may be doing the thing where they think that this waiting period is like they're too good for that, and they can like they think that, you know, just coming towards it. With the Knight of Presents again, I feel like the challenge for the rat especially is knowing when to take a break when it comes to this other person and the way they see themselves. I think their ego might need to be checked just a little bit. The rat's challenge is seeing themselves as a person who does not need to fix themselves or is too good for the world around them. That's what I'm seeing. The rat needs to focus on being uniquely themselves, faults and all, and being able to see themselves, faults and all. That was the 10 of Cups, by the way, for the dog. Okay, Spirit, can I get just 2 more cards? Thank you. Okay, so I think that for the dog, this is the Page of Pentacles, this is Death. Death again. The dog is having a lot of issues when it comes to love ending, or learning their lesson when it comes to love and what they want for themselves and what they don't. I feel like this is, when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune reverse and their energies towards each other, okay, so the challenge for them is thinking that this was destined to happen. I feel like the dog is either in their own head when it comes to this ending, like they're really stressing out over the position that they are in with the rat right now. And I think that the dog's biggest problem is not learning the lessons that have already transpired in this relationship, and thinking that all of this has happened because, like, it was meant to happen, if that makes sense. When it really is like the product of your own decisions and the product of your own judgment. The rat may have done something not unforgivable to the dog, but may have done something extremely detrimental to their self-esteem or to their way of being, to the point where the dog may feel like they need to change in order to please the rat. When at the end of the day, the dog needs to realize that not all things are going to work out. And that you should really be more open to the changes and possibility in general. But at the same time, I feel like the rat either needs to apologize and stop thinking of themselves so highly and thinking that they don't ever do anything wrong. I feel like that's the rat's problem, and the dog's problem is not like seeing the situation for what it truly is and not really taking full accountability for either the things they did or the things the rat did to them that they refuse to remember, or either the things they either choose to forget or the things they choose to remember, if that makes any sense. That there's more to the story than just the things they think about, that there are more lessons to be learned than just the ones that like support this narrative of the dog being the victim. But the rat has to realize that they fucked up too, and the rat can't just keep coming back thinking that everything's going to be fine again when the dog has a lot of different things that they're going through. Alright, so can I get a future? Like what's going to happen or most likely to happen in the near future between the two, or for each one individually. These 3 cards will be for them individually, and these 2 cards will be the 2 of you coming together. So we still see a lot of confidence in the rat, huh? We see confidence, we see independence. And we see inner self conflict. One second. My bad. Had to turn off the low battery thing. And we see this. I want to see how the rat's coming at the dog quick before I start talking about them. Too many cards. How is the rat coming at the dog? The Tower. Okay, so while it almost feels like the rat is again avoiding the reality of the situation, they think that they're really, like, they don't need anybody, but at the same time, the rat may come to the dog with some, they may think they're in the right, and they may want to fight. I'm sensing some, like, tension between the 2 parties in the future. Like, maybe there's an argument that you 2 have that leads to some type of downfall. Dog in the future is the Empress. King of Pentacles. Too many cards. Can I just get one more, please, for the dog? I'm getting too many cards. I think I already know in the Moon reversed. And how is the dog coming at the rat world? So right now I kind of see a battle of ego and a battle of who's right and who's wrong. The dog, this is just how I'm seeing this with this spread. I feel like the rat and the dog are both very sure of their opinions on the situation. The rat is very confident about how they feel. They're not willing, or they're willing to fight about it as well. But they don't really need any type of reassurance that they're right, if that makes sense. Like, they're so selflessly in their head, or selfishly in their head, thinking that the right thing to do is maybe fight about it. But on the other side, I feel like the dog has realized some things finally in the future. It may have to do with this person, or the way they're acting, or secrets about this person, or secrets in general about life. And I feel like this is going to bring them a lot of security within themselves, and a lot of abundance and prosperity, to the point where they may feel like they don't need to deal with the rat's problems anymore. And this may bring a lot of calamity and tension, with the rat coming at the dog with the tower, and the dog coming at the rat with the world. The dog kind of is telling the rat, hey, can this cycle end, please? Can we figure out how to peacefully transition into the next point in our lives? And I feel like the rat is resisting this, and the rat still feels like there isn't anything that needs to be changed, and may cause a big problem. I kind of want more mutual energy between the two, so we're going to do one more for the rat first, and then one more for the dog. The rat is coming at... So the rat being the Knight of Swords, I feel like they have a lot to say and a lot to talk about, and they have... they're going to use their fighting words, I believe. I feel like the rat is coming from their side of the story with, they feel a lot of intellectual information, or like data collected, like they figured out this is how things should be because of the stuff I learned, like because of all of the stuff I know, this is why. And I feel like they're coming off very cold and aggressive, definitely, because they are so like confident in themselves, like in the way and in their opinion. And the way, I feel like they're done fighting. They've realized the dog has done fighting. The dog is stressed out. The dog is tired, and the dog needs to take a break from this whole crazy calamity in the first place. And I really don't think the rat is going to let them. So if you're the dog, I think that the best thing to do is try and stay away from the craziness that this person is bringing to the table. This could also pertain back to the reading before, where we were talking about the lovers in the past kind of bringing up some issues and not being emotional enough. And that could be how the dog is feeling. The dog could have felt a lack of emotion, a lack of love. And so at this point, they've decided they don't need it from someone else. They can have it with them themselves, and they are the creator of their own reality, and they need to separate themselves from the rat in a way. And the rat's not happy about that, but the rat is really trying to prove their point in the most cutting ways they can. But with the theme card also being Pulse of the Mother, Slow Down, Time and Nature, I feel like either one of you, if you identify with either one of these sides, something very good to do in this moment in order to clear your thoughts and figure out their next step, so maybe it doesn't get as rash as this. Because this is just like foreseen events that will happen if you don't take any action, or if nothing changes in your life, or maybe if you're not even aware it's going on. This doesn't have to be how it transpires. You can make it good for yourself too. And I think that Spirit's asking you to not rush a decision and not rush an outcome. They kind of want you to take some time in nature if you're lucky enough to do so. I know right now is winter time and not a lot of us can go spend some time outside, but if you have something nature related that you're very into, like animals or plants or gardening or anything of that kind, you can bring that stuff inside and do it inside as much as you can. Like, like buy a couple plants for yourself, or spend more time with your pet, or spend time researching the things you love that have to do with nature. And I feel like just reconnecting with the earth in general is what these two people need to do in order to mellow out the situation, so it doesn't lead up to something incredibly intense that could have been avoided in the first place if people were more open to realizing that sometimes you can be kind even though life is not treating you that way. I know that's kind of strange, but especially for the rat, I feel like that's very good advice for the rat, is like, just because you don't feel like things are happening for you right now, and you feel like you have to force some progress for it to happen at all, you don't have to do that. You know, maybe this is a sign from Spirit to just slow down before things get out of hand, and maybe be more logical. Not necessarily logical, but reasonable when it comes to the situation or the other person. Try and see where they're coming from instead of being so totally wrapped up in your own opinion and the way you're seeing the situation that you don't see that the other person may be hurt in a way that you are unaware of. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a what Spirit wants you to know, like kind of like hidden message. So this could be like, this is going to translate however it translates. I'm not necessarily sure what will pop up, I guess, but the intuitive advice I get from it right away will be what I let you know. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Hermit reverse and the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Air also came out with it. Sorry, Hermit was in reverse. All right. So right off the bat, I'm seeing that last advice card that you got, the Earth Pulsing card. That's definitely what I'm seeing from this spread. Take time out and don't rush things, because this is a period of culmination, and things are changing right now in the universe and within the collective, and I feel like that's why a lot of you are feeling very rushed to complete projects or get things done, because I think you guys can sense that change as well as I can, and it's making you a little bit impatient for what's to come. But Spirit's trying to tell you that now is the time to sit back and appreciate the beauty of the world around you, and be happy with where you are in life and the things that you do have, and be compassionate and open-minded and tender to the people around you. Maybe spend more time, not necessarily on like housework, but like cooking or cleaning or making your space beautiful to live in and you feel good in it, you know, spend time on your home. And it's also asking you to spend time studying the things that you really enjoy, or the thing or something you want to learn about. If there's a passion of yours that you lack, like you've needed to study on more, now is the time to do so. And I feel like that will bring you closer to true peace at this time. But Spirit is also asking you in a way to, instead of staying in your shell during this time and only talking to yourself, it also wants you to branch out and extend offers of communication to your friends and your family and all of that stuff. One second again. Okay, sorry. Your friends and your family and the people around you. Now may be a very now may be a time where you're in your thoughts, is exactly what I was gonna say, or you're very wrapped up in your own emotions and you may just kind of be negative about the future, but Spirit is trying to accentuate right here that there are new and good things coming for you. and that now is a time to reflect. Keep in mind this is still Mercury retrograde, and we don't want to be making any brash or crazy life decisions anyways. Just know that there will be an opportunity for change coming. Right at this moment though, maybe it's time to sit back and enjoy the smaller things in life. So now I'm just going to get a closing message from Spirit. Just their closing advice. They said, Earth, learning how to be human, be in the world, but not of it. And one from here. Ooh, that just popped out right away. Communication is key. Okay. So learning how to be, sorry, I can't read upside down. Learning how to be human in the world of not of it is kind of, I feel like a lot of us Aquarius people do not feel super at home here on this planet. We feel like there's more out there, maybe that we're not from this world, or we just don't feel close and connected to other people around us, right? And Spirit's trying to tell us that we need to learn how to embrace the world we live in and be happy with it. And if we really, really need to feel some type of connection, I feel like this Earth card is, it's Spirit saying we understand how alone you may feel right now. And we know that you're not necessarily thrilled with the fact that you're on planet Earth of all places, even though you chose to come here. I know it's not the best place in the world for you right now because you don't feel like you belong. But if you want to feel like you belong more, there is plenty of people out there that you can talk to. You're not alone. I think that that's what it's trying to tell you. That there's plenty of people, your guides included, like if, say you don't even have a person in your life you want to talk to or get to know or would make you feel more at home on this planet, but maybe talk to your guides or talk to yourself. I know that sounds crazy, but start a journal. Or this is a random piece of advice that I've been giving people who don't feel connected to, if they don't feel proper, like they don't know how to express themselves into the public in a way that makes them comfortable. I would suggest starting a Twitter account. I know this sounds crazy. Starting a Twitter account, an anonymous Twitter account if you want, and just be yourself on this anonymous Twitter account, and you will find people that you click with and that you're friends with and that relate to you in the same way. And they relate to you for you. They don't relate to you like because of how you look or like what you're into and stuff. It's just like your personality. They relate to that. And that does help you feel more connected to the world around you. Because I know how it feels to feel super secluded and like nobody understands and that you're not supposed to be here, that maybe Spirit made a mistake sending you here instead of somewhere else. But just know that it's not a mistake and that other people are here to help if you would open yourselves up to them and talk to them more. So yeah, I do kind of want to get one more card. I wasn't expecting to do this, but I feel like Spirit has one more thing to tell you. So we're going to get another card from the Starseed Oracle, and it is Lost Lands, Soul Memories, and Gifts. You've done this before. Okay. So this is also just reinstating that there is another, like you're homesick for a good reason, and that's okay to feel that way. But this isn't something that you can't conquer, because you have conquered much worse and more and things of this nature in other lifetimes or in other dimensions. Again, I know that sounds crazy, but that's the advice I'm getting from Spirit as well, is that this isn't your first rodeo and that you will be okay because you've been okay before. And still, like, there are like-minded individuals on this planet, and I really do see this card screaming, it's like, go find them. Go talk to them. Open yourself up a little bit. You know, be that social butterfly that Aquarius is apparently, that a lot of us don't feel like super connected with that idea, but we are really good at being social and stuff and connecting with humanity as a whole. So Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I will be back with more readings. I will be doing all the signs. And yeah, this is my first filmed like reading though, so bear with me if like the audio's a little bit off or the lighting or something. Like, I'm trying and I will get better because I love doing stuff like this and I really want to be of assistance to you guys because I care about each and every one of you. Alright, I hope you guys have a good day. Bye!